What's up, guys? Every year I've always wanted to do a 12 Days of Christmas kind of thing, and I always forget to do it on the 13th. I always remember like on the 15th, and then it's too late. Yeah, I'm just gonna do vlogs every day until Christmas. I don't know if I'll do it on this camera. I might do it on the iPad sometimes when I don't have that much time, so just like short vlogs where I just talk about things, anything that you guys want to ask me, or anything that you guys want to hear me talk about. I asked on Twitter and on Facebook to ask me a question that you would like to see me talk about. I won't be revealing usernames because some people don't want to be revealed, some people do, some people don't, some people do. So I'm just, in order to just not deal with that, I'm just not gonna mention usernames. There's a lot. And I think a lot of them are older than newer, because I don't watch that much TV nowadays. I was just talking to someone about it, is Mystery Science Theater 3000. I used to watch these when I was a kid. I remember watching them at my aunt's house and at my house, and we'd go to like, everywhere we'd go to visit, we would always be watching Mystery Science Theater 3000 on the Sci-Fi Channel. Looney Tunes, DuckTales, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Ghostbusters cartoon, Thundercats. I loved Thundercats, Tom and Jerry, and some of the newer TV shows that I absolutely love. And I just have to mention, one of the major ones is Firefly. Firefly has everything that I love: space and cowboys. This is like Battlestar Galactica is another one of my favorites. I actually haven't finished watching all the seasons, but I plan on it. Animes, I used to watch a lot of anime when I was younger. Dragon Ball Z, definitely. It really made me develop a lot of my drawing style, because I would draw Dragon Ball Z characters, and I used to draw since I was a little kid, but learning how to draw Dragon Ball Z characters, especially because of how muscular they are, really taught me how to draw the body, which is kind of weird, but yeah, Ghost in the Shell. I love that type of storytelling that Ghost in the Shell does. It's so deep. It's so thought-provoking, where you're just like, I mean, it could confuse me. It can confuse the hell out of you if you don't get it, or if you don't listen, if you don't pay attention. It's like, oh my god, what? Cowboy Bebop. I love that anime. It's one of my favorites ever. Again, it's space and cowboys. I love the music, I love the story, I love the characters. I can't see a corgi, the type of dog, the breed of dog, a corgi. I can't see a corgi and not think of Ein. Sometimes I even think that the name of the breed is Ein. It's so iconic. Ein and the corgi and Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, I just love that show. Fruits Basket. Oh god. That show is just so much fun, so funny. If you want a good laugh, Fruits Basket is so cool. Another anime that I actually grew up with, but I would watch actually when we go visit my family in Mexico, it's called Saint Seiya here, but it was called Caballeros del Zodiaco in Mexico, in Spanish. And in translated, it's completely different from Saint Seiya. It's not Saint Seiya, it's Cowboys of the Zodiac, or Gentlemen of the Zodiac. That show, oh my god, that's one of the reasons why I liked going to Mexico, was to see that show. That is a really, really good anime. It's so good, and I don't think they've ever showed it here. If any of you guys have seen that anime, dude, you guys rock. Another one of my favorites was Gundam Wing, Gundam MS-Team. Oh, freaking cool. I love the characters, but Gundam Wing, of course, was the classic. The animated series, oh my god, how can I forget? Batman animated series and Superman the animated series. Batman came first, and I could not miss a single episode of the Batman animated series. Same goes for Superman. The Superman animated series, when it started, I loved it so much. I used to love how Superman would act. I used to love the way that Clark Kent looked. I used to find it hilarious that Clark Kent looked exactly like Superman. The only thing that was different were the glasses. I used to think that was so funny. I was like, man, how could they not know? And just the little curl that comes down. I fell in love with Clark Kent. I thought he was adorable. Superman, what could I say? I'm a huge Superman fan. But the Batman animated series, dude, that was a freaking good. I think that's one of the best cartoons ever, dude. That cartoon was so good. Batman does have the best villains. That's one thing about Superman. Superman doesn't have good villains. Batman has the great villains. But I like Superman better as a superhero. I Love Lucy. I grew up on I Love Lucy. I used to love I Love Lucy so much. She cracks me up. She was so funny. I thought she was like the funniest person on TV. Every time I'd come home from school, throw my backpack on the floor and then just like lay down on the couch and watch some Lucy. I freaking love that show. That show's so funny. Recent, like, that are actually airing right now are some of my favorites are Once Upon a Time. This first season was really, really good, and then the second season has started to kind of lose it a little bit. I'm kind of behind. I'm probably like 3 episodes behind. Yeah, I've kind of been disinterested now for some reason. It's still good. It's still fun to watch. Oh my god, there's so many shows. Dexter, the show, not like, I used to watch Dexter's Laboratory too. That was so good. And the Powerpuff Girls and Johnny Bravo. Those were so good. But Dexter, the show on Showtime, I think it is, The Killer. I used to like that one, I think, until like season 4. It started to get really bad, like really boring and like. But the first few seasons were really, really good. Oh my god, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Curb Your Enthusiasm. That is my favorite show ever, along with Seinfeld. How could I forget Seinfeld? So funny. Do I have to say more? I don't think I have to say more about that. Game of Thrones. I just recently started watching Game of Thrones not long ago. I watched the first episode of Game of Thrones when it first aired. Me and my brother watched it, and I was like, yeah, it's alright, it's pretty cool. The next episode, I didn't watch it because I forgot, whatever. My brother watched it. He watched like maybe the next 3 episodes, and I was like, I have to catch up. But then my brother was like, you know what, I don't think you should watch it. And I was like, why? They kill animals. I'm really, really sensitive to seeing animals get killed. It's like, yeah, some guy like chops a horse in half. And I was like, I don't want to see that show. This show's stupid. It's like, well, it wasn't a real horse or whatever. I was like, I don't care, I don't want to see it. So I didn't see it the whole first season. A whole second season passed, I didn't see it. And I kept on hearing my brother, both of my brothers, and my brother's girlfriend, my brother's wife talking about it. They're like huge fans of it. And I was just like, I felt left out. I was like, what the hell, dude? I thought this TV show was not good. My brother kept on telling me, he was like, no, I don't think it's for you. I don't think it's for you. I think it's too intense. And I was like, really? He's like, no, I don't think so. And then my cousin comes over, and my cousin's like, you don't watch Game of Thrones? Are you kidding me? And I was like, dude, it's too intense or whatever. And he gives me the first season, and he's like, the box set, and he's like, watch it. He's like, you have to watch it. And I was like, alright, whatever. So I started watching it, and I watched the first season, I think, in like that night, I think I watched the whole season, and I was hooked. I was like, my brother's such a stupid idiot. How could he even think that I couldn't watch it? It was intense, but I had seen other TV shows like that. The Tudors was similar. Julius Caesar was similar. They don't come to the awesomeness of Game of Thrones, of course. I think Game of Thrones has a really good story and really good character development. But the intensity, I had seen it before, and I was like, this guy's an idiot. Oh my god, I got so mad at my brother. I was like, dude, are you serious? Law and Order. I grew up on Law and Order. Oh my god, X-Files. I was a huge fan of the X-Files. I saw every episode, all 9 seasons. I saw both movies. I was a huge X-Files fan, and I still am. I still want to go back and watch that. So I grew up on X-Files. I grew up watching Law and Order. I watched a little bit of SVU, Law and Order SVU. It was okay. It was pretty good. CSI. I was all about CSI. I loved CSI, the original. And then I started watching a little bit of CSI New York, CSI Las Vegas. CSI Las Vegas. How could you not like that show? That show is so cheesy. And freaking David Caruso. It's just it's so cheesy, but it's so good. Like, I have to watch it. It cracks me up. Especially David Caruso. I think he's just brilliant, dude. It's just so funny to watch him. Oh, he's so dramatic. Oh, Pokemon. Come on. But I was only a Pokemon fan for a little while. The old ones. Like, I think I stopped watching Pokemon after the movie. That one movie with Mewtwo and Mew. The Simpsons. Oh my god. That's not an anime, but I just thought of it. But the old ones. The newer ones is like the recent ones, I don't find them very funny. The old ones cracked me up. I used to laugh so much with The Simpsons. One of my favorite TV shows though, but I didn't watch it back when it was out. I watched it well, maybe like, I think the first time I watched it was maybe 3 years ago. The Sherlock Holmes TV show with Jeremy Brett. That one, I think that's one of my most, when you say influential, because I just absolutely adore Sherlock Holmes, and I see him kind of as a role model, even though he's not real, he's just a fictional character. But just the way that he uses his brain and analyzes and observes, and his powers of deduction. But yeah, those were my favorites. Those are the ones that I grew up with, and the ones that I still watch. I think those are the ones that I could say are a part of me. No matter how old I am, no matter how many years pass, I think I'll always hold them dear to my heart. And I'll probably always quote from them here and there. I probably forgot a lot of them. Let me know what you guys think about this and what your favorite TV shows have been growing up now, or animes as well. If you guys have any recommendations, let me know. Before you guys recommend Sherlock, I have seen a few episodes of it. I'm gonna go back and watch it again. It just takes some time for me to get used to seeing Sherlock Holmes texting and stuff, but I think it's very well done. And please don't mention Elementary, because I don't want to get mad. So don't mention Elementary. So that was the first day of the 12 days of Christmas. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this is fun. I have my little Christmas tree in my background there with my little bird with his little hat because it's cold. I will do one of these every day, but most likely on the iPad and a little shorter. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.